Buenos días, mi estimado. One. Okay. In the first example, it says determine whether the lines AB and CD are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. Remember what are the conditions of those two lines. Remember, in the condition for parallel lines, remember the condition from the parallel lines established the magnitude of their slope that will be the same. They're going to have the same measure, the same direction, but never going to be intercepted between them. For that reason, the condition to identify the lines are parallel, the slope of the first line, that's supposed to be the same value from the slope of the second line. What will be the condition for perpendicular lines? Well, to determine what will be the condition for perpendicular lines, it's simple. The product between the two slopes, I mean, M1 times M2, that's supposed to be equal -1. If the letter A and the letter B doesn't accomplish these two conditions, the answer will be neither. And obviously we have 2 points, obviously 4 points, A, B, C, D. We have to try to looking for what will be the value from the slope of the line between every pair of points and apply these conditions. And remember how we can calculate that slope of a line, slope of line, o la pendiente de recta. The distance between that will be rise over run. I mean the difference between y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. This is the formula we have to apply to try to looking for what will be the slope 1, the slope 2, and applying these conditions. For example, in the letter A, we have the line number 1. What will be the line number 1? The line number 1 will be given by the points A, given by -2 with -5, and the point B that will be given by 4 with 7. What we have to do? Let's try to looking for what will be the value from the first slope of the line. I mean, we can call this one x1, y1, and if you wish, s2 and y2. Let's begin. M1 equals y2 minus y1, I mean 7 minus -5, okay, over x2 will be 4 minus -2. It will be x1. What will be the value from M1? Simple. 7 plus 5 over 4 plus 2. Okay, so the value from the slope number 1 will be given by 7 plus 5 will be 12. 4 plus 2, that will be 6. And the division between 12 divided by 6 will be 2 units. We have the first slope on the line. Remember line A1, there will be 2 units. Now, let's go and identify what will be the second slope. We're going to copy this picture. The line number 2 will be given by the points C and D. I mean, the point C will be given by the values 0,2, and D is given by the points A with -2. Okay, let's going to apply the same situation, the same formula. You can call this one x1, y1, x2, and y2. Okay, so what we have to do in this case is simple. The only thing that we have to do is apply once again the same formula. When we call this one like the slope number 2, what will be? Same formula, y2 minus y1. I mean, -2 minus 2 over x2 minus x1, or I mean 8 minus 0. So The value of the slope number 2 will be given by -4/8. And if you simplify this expression, the value for the slope number 2 will be equal to -1/2. And this is going to be the value from M1 and the value from M2. Let's going to apply the conditions. Remember, to determine if these lines will be parallel is simple. The magnitude of their slopes, I mean the value from M1 and M2, that's supposed to be the same. Well, as soon as you can see, obviously 2 is totally different than -1/2. For that reason, there's no way we're going to have a parallel line. Well, we're going to discard the first option. Let's going to do it, or that's going to apply the second option. The product between the two slopes that will be -1 just is accomplished. The second condition, that will be a perpendicular line. Let's do it. M1 times M2, that's supposed to be -1. So what is the value from M1? 2 units. The value from M2, that will be -1/2. That's supposed to be, -1. That's simple. 2 times -1/2, obviously will be -1, and -1 is totally equal than 1. For that reason, the answer, at least for the first question, they're going to be the lines are, remember this inverted T, that means perpendicular. Or you can say the lines AB, and it will be perpendicular with the lines CD. And we have the first solution of the problem. Do you have some questions, or everything's understandable, the letter A? Understood? Confirmed, yes or no? All right. That was the first question, letter A. And let's going to repeat the same process with the example B. We're going to do it the same situation with the letter B. Remember, we must write the line number 1 will be given by the points A and B. Remember, point A will be given by -8 with 7, and the point B will be given by 4 with -4. We must apply the same condition, same situation. We can call this one like a X1, Y1, and this is going to be X2 and Y2. Let's going to calculate what will be the value from the slope of the line. We can call this one M1. That will be equal to Y2 minus Y1. I mean -4 minus 7 over 4 minus 8. Okay, what will be the answer? Well, M1 will be equal to -11 over 4 plus 8. That will be -11 over 12. This is going to be the value of the slope number 1, -11 over 8. Remember, 4 minus 7 over 4 minus 8. That will be -11 over 12. This is going to be the answer for the line number 1. Let's apply the same basic formula from the line number 2. Remember, C is -2 with -5, and D, that will be 1 with 7. Okay, let's perform the same operation to calculate the value from the slope number 2. Remember, this is represented by X1, Y1, X2, and Y2. Okay, so M2 will be given by Y2 minus Y1. I mean 7 minus -5. over 1 minus 2. Okay, so M2 will be equal to the addition between 7 plus 5 over 1 plus 2. That will be given by M2 equals 12 over 3. Okay, and you know, 12 divided by 3, that will be 4 units. We know what is the value for the slope number 2. For obviously reasons, to establish if this slope line will be parallel, obviously at the first sight, we're going to discard that option, because to determine the lines will be parallel, the value from the slope number 1, that's supposed to be equal the value from the slope number 2. And as soon as you can see, negative 11 over 12 is totally different than 4. Oh, for that reason, we're going to discard the first option. Let's going to apply the second option. Remember, to be a perpendicular lines, the product of lines that's supposed to be equal -1. So M1 times N2, that's supposed to be equal -1. I mean, negative 11 over 12 must be multiplying by 4 units, and that's supposed to be -1. Negative 11 times 4, that will be negative 44 over 12. And that will be equal, how to say that? That's supposed to be equal -1. We can simplify this expression. Okay, remember, 44 can be divided by 2. That in 12 also. That will be negative 22 over 6. Can be divided by 2 also, of course. Half of 22 will be 11. Half of 6 will be 3. And as soon as you can see, negative 11 third is totally different than -1. Because what will be the answer for this question? Well, neither. Neither. Why? Because doesn't accomplish the first condition and neither the second condition. Okay, and this is how we're going to proceed to determine if the lines are parallel, perpendicular or not. Again, Maria Tibot, why this is not a parallel lines? Because to be parallel lines, the value from N1, that's supposed to be exactly the same value from the value of the slope number 2. Understood, Maria del Carmen?
Yes, Master.
All right, remember, M1 is at 5 and M2, 5 also. Okay, what does that mean? That means we're going to have the same lines, the same value. Okay, that will be parallel. If the product between them gave us -1, that will be perpendicular. Just in that case, just like in the letters B case, do we have a -11 thirds totally different than -1? The answer will be neither. All right, this is going to be the first question. Okay. All right, let me try to looking for a second problem. Déjeme buscar otro ejercicio. Okay, let me take a picture of this problem and send you in the WhatsApp group. Okay, just in case you have some internet issues, I'm going to send you by the group. Okay. All right, geometry, geometry 9th grade. And let's send you the picture of this problem, okay? I send you already the picture in the WhatsApp group, okay? Don't worry about it. Let me looking for another example. Okay, may I erase the left side of the whiteboard? The first column on the whiteboard, ¿puedo borrarlo? ¿Puedo borrar la primera columna del lado izquierdo? Muchachos?
Yes.
All right, thank you. I'm going to erase the first part. This part. Mhm, mhm, mhm. In the second example, or the example number 2 says, find the missing coordinate if the slope of the line is 4 units and the points are P equals 2 comma -5 and Q will be given by 3 comma X. All right. In the second example says, find the missing coordinates of the slope of the line. Well, in this situation, there they gave us the value from the slope of the line that will be 4 units, and we have the 2 points, P and Q. Okay, what we have to do? First of all, let's going to copy the formula from the slope of the line between 2 points. Remember, ym equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, now let's going to replace the given values. What is the value from the slope of the line? According from the problem is 4 units. Okay, so 4 units, I'll do it with another color, a green one. 4 units. And remember, y2 minus y1. What is the value from y2? Will be x. X minus x1 will be -5 over x2 minus x1. I mean 3 minus 2 units. Okay, let's going to simplify this expression. 4 equals x plus 5 over 3 minus 2 will be 1. Now, because we're looking for the value from x, this number 1 is divided, passes to multiply. I mean 4 times 1 equals x plus 5. 4 times 1 will be 4 units. And this number 5 is adding, passes to subtracting. And that will be x. 4 minus 5 will be -1. For that reason, the value from x will be -1 unit. Understood on this part? ¿Entendieron?
Yes.
All right, may I erase the second part of the whiteboard? ¿Puedo borrar la segunda columna? Hello. Muchachos. ¿Puedo borrar la segunda columna? Confirmen. En la parte B. ¿Sí?
Sí.
Ok, perfecto. Vamos a borrar entonces la segunda. Vamos a borrar la segunda columna. Ok, permítame. Pues. Vamos a borrar la segunda columna. Okay, the example number 3. The example number 3 says, graph the line that satisfies each condition. Satisfies each condition. Letter A is slope equals -4. Slope -4 passes through P -2 with 1. Okay, let's do it step by step. Okay, in the second example, obviously we have to graph, all right? But we must to try to looking for, to determine the graph, we have to determine what will be the equation on the line. In this case, the problem gave us the slope of the line and gave us one singular point. Remember what is the formula for the point slope form? The point slope form is given by the following equation. Y minus y1 equals m parentheses x minus x1. This is the formula from the equation on the line. What we're going to do? Well, simple. The only thing that we must do in this case is replace the value from x1, y1, and the value from the slope to create or determine the equation on the line. Well, y and x will be the same. Remember, we're going to replace x1, y1, and the value from m. So y minus, what is the value from y1? That will be 1 unit equals the slope -4 units over x minus and x1 as a value of -2 units. Okay, let's continue with the creation of this equation on the line. Y minus 1 will be equal -4 parentheses x plus 2 units. What we're going to do, let's going to apply the distributive property. We have y equals -4x -8 plus 1. Because this number 1 is subtracting, passes to adding. And basically, the equation on the line will be equal by -4x minus 7. Why is so useful to determine this equation on the line? But simple, because with this equation on the line, we can get the graph by means of floating points or interceptions, okay? And at least we require 3 points to get the graph. Let's do it by the table values if you wish. All right. And we can use the interceptions point. Remember, we must calculate the value from y when x equals 0. Remember, when x equals 0, -4 times 0, 0 minus 7, y will be the value of -7. Now the opposite, when y equals 0, what will be the value from x? It's simple. The only thing that we must do is equals this equation to 0. -4x minus 7 equals 0. -4x equals 7, and x will be equal -7, 4. Okay, we got the value of -7, 4. And we are fully prepared to sketch the graph, the coordinate plane. Remember, to write the equation or to sketch the graph, at least we require 2 points, at least. And we had 3 points, the interception points and the given P point. As soon as you can see in the whiteboard. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. That will be more than enough. Okay. Let's going to sketch the graph. For example, the first point, 0 with -7, will be okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is going to be the first interception point. -7, 4. Remember, we must divide 7 divided by 4. That will be approaches -1.8 units. All right. That will be approaches over here. Okay. And finally, the last point will be given by -2 with 1. -2 with 1. And it's time to sketch the line. And we have the points. If you wish, you can label the points. This one will be represented by the point P given by -2 with 1. This is going to be the interception point given by -7, 4 with 0. And this one, located over here, will be the another interception point given by 0 with -7. And we have at least the solution set for the first condition. It gave us the slope of the line and passes to the P point, -2, 1. And as soon as you can see, we got the sketch of the graph. Let me send this picture in the WhatsApp group again. And we got it. Questions? ¿Preguntas hasta ahorita? ¿No hay preguntas? Perfecto. Bueno, entonces vamos a hacer un inciso B. Un inciso B para terminar, ya que eso nos quedan prácticamente 4 minutos. Voy a borrar la columna de la izquierda. And the condition, the letter B, the condition B says, contains Q parentheses -2 with -4. Comma, parallel to KL, to the line KL. With the 2 points, with K 2,7 and L, that will be 2 with -12. Okay, interesting point. Because in this situation, the problem says, okay, this is going to be parallel. So basically what we have to do, the step number one, we must to try to looking for the slope of the line KL. Remember, let's going to do it. Slope KL. Remember the formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, so the slope of the line KL, that will be equal to, remember, we have negative 12 minus 7, okay, over 2 minus 2. Okay, 2 minus 2. What does that mean? The slope of the line KL will be undefined because we cannot divide negative 19 over 0. That's not possible, but what does that mean? That means there's no slope in KL. When there's no the slope of the line, what does that mean? We're going to have a parallel line. And for that reason, the line Q, the slope of the line Q, that will be exactly equal the slope of the line KL, because the problem says that will be parallel. And because those lines will be parallel, we can conclude that the slope Q that will be equal also undefined. And because both slopes were not supposed to be undefined, remember when there's no slope on the line, the graph will be a vertical line. How are we going to proceed to do it, that situation? It's easier for us. The only thing that we must do is get the coordinate plane. You don't need to create equation on the line because when there is no slope on the line, remember, we have a parallel line. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With 5 units over here, that will be more than enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. Okay. So what we're going to do, the first thing that we must do, because we have to prove these lines are parallel, let's going to graph the line QL. Remember, QL, that will be the intersection point between 2 with 7, 2 with 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and Q with negative 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, let's going to approach this over here. Okay, and as soon as you can see, sorry, I'm going to connect these 2 points. And this is going to be the first line, the line of QL, KL, KL. Okay, what are the intersection points? Remember, 2, 7, and 2 with negative 12. This is going to be the vertical line. Remember what I said. Every time that we have an undefined slope, that means we're going to have a vertical line. So how are we going to graph this point? It's simple. The only thing that I have to do is graph the point negative 2 with 4, with negative 4, that will be located over here. Negative 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to be the Q point, negative 2 and negative 4. And let's going to draw also a vertical line. Why? Because the line that's supposed to be undefined. Okay? And this is going to be the line Q, or the Q line. And as soon as you can see, we have two vertical parallel lines. Remember, vertical lines are the lines who has the same measure. Obviously, I'm not giving the same measure because I have this answer, but the same direction and never touches each other. Okay, understood? Understood? Hello, ¿entendieron?
Yes.
All right then, guys. Let me take a print screen of this picture. Hold on. Print screen. And I'll send you in the WhatsApp group also. I send you already in the WhatsApp group. Okay, guys, so we are over past the hour because we have the 8:33. Thank you so much for your attendance. Have a great, wonderful day. Don't worry about it. I'm going to upload this class in the platform, YouTube platform. Thank you so much for your attendance. Have a great, wonderful day. Take care of yourself and see you tomorrow if God wills.
Bye,
Bye
Miss.
bye. So long. Take care of yourself.